Hi
Okay.
everyone, we're live. Sorry about the delay. As usual, Sue and I will rush from one place to another and try and get at the same place at the same time. Um, Welcome to Spill the Kopi with me, CuddlyBossLady.
Yeah.
And today we're back with Sue. Sue Teoh
Hi.
is our pain giver, as I like to call her, our strength and conditioning trainer. Pain! Yeah, she likes to say that to us. And then she laughs, and then we're like, why, Sue? Um,
Because it's good for
so,
you.
Sue is also a personal trainer and a
Yes.
triathlon coach. Triathlete coach?
Yes.
Triathlon?
Triathlete
Things that
and
has more
triathlon
sports.
coach.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
master swimmer.
Mhm.
And my teammate and lane mate
Yeah.
who likes to bully me from time to time.
Right. I don't think so.
So basically today what we'll do is we'll take a look at the first session's videos, and
Mm-hmm.
we'll go through what are the common mistakes that
Mm-hmm.
many do make when they're trying to do the same basic moves.
Yeah.
And please do ask Sue any questions.
Mm-hmm.
You can ask her what her favorite cake is. That will be a very long list.
Yes.
Very long list. She likes her cake, our friend. Cake is life. Um, and if you guys are also interested in looking for a personal trainer or joining any of our strength and conditioning sessions,
Mm-hmm.
Sue is on Instagram as
Mm-hmm.
Sue Teoh,
Mm-hmm.
and on Facebook as well as Sue Teoh.
So cute.
Basically, it's her lah.
Yeah.
You can find her.
Yeah, just me.
Just her.
Just message
That's right.
me.
So drop her a line if you guys are interested, or getting a group together, maybe
Yeah.
on and offline.
Yes.
Sue also does mountain biking,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yes, we
Yes,
do. Yes.
with the ride school.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? The ride school.
Yeah, the right school.
Sorry, Jason, I got it right. Okay. So let's dive into it.
Right.
We're gonna take a look at one of the first videos, which is oh goodness, I cannot
The
remember
freestyle
already.
pool.
Freestyle
Or
pool.
the freestyle
Yes.
pool. Yep. Oh no,
That
not this
one?
one. That
Not
is
this one.
the lateral pool. Yeah.
Okay. I give a shout out to our man Zul in the background.
Yeah.
Always
Yes.
does a very awesome job
Correct.
trying to decipher
Yeah.
our nonsense. Yay, there she is.
There we are. Okay, so this is the freestyle pool with the resistance band. This is what you should be doing. Okay. Um. Now, after this, we'll show you some common mistakes that people make when they do the freestyle pool. Right, so this one is your start position. So if you look at the yellow lines, there is, it's not a straight line from the anchor point at the top of the door. It's not straight down to your shoulder. Okay, it bends, and then after that, your hands is not straight, pointing towards that anchor point. So that's a mistake that a lot of people kind of make. Um, you want to get a straight line from that anchor point all the way down to your hip. So if you look at that green line, yeah, that one, that's what you should be lining your hands up with and with your band. Okay? So as the start point is important, that whichever place you place your anchor point, right, you should try to make a straight line from anchor point to your fingertip, to your shoulder, all the way down to your hip. Okay? If my anchor point was a little lower, then I would have to bend flatter down, hinging at my hip, right? So then that would be a straighter line towards the anchor point. Okay, but if you look at this picture, this one is not very good because I'm not pointing straight to the anchor point. Okay,
Yeah, that's
now,
an angle.
yeah, right? So this is another picture of when you're starting, your bands are too loose or too slack. Okay? Every time you use your resistance band, you should start in your start position, there should be some resistance in the band. So it's not slack like this. It should be a little bit pulled so that you've got a little bit of resistance in the band at the start point. Okay? Otherwise, correct, cut the slack. Yes, no slacking off, okay? So at
No.
start point, get that band, you pull the band a little bit so that it's not slack, it is a little taut. Okay?
You want to have
Yeah,
some resistance to start
correct.
with, right?
At the
Yeah.
beginning, correct. So don't let it snap back and then it's just slack like that. Okay, so now when you pull, you'd want to pull the bands like how you would be pulling in the water, your freestyle pull, which means the elbow here, this one is dropped, a dropped elbow. When you bend and your elbow is actually lower than your shoulder or lower than your shoulder in this position. So you start your pull with a high elbow position, exactly like how you would do it in the water. Okay, so this one here is a little bit of a mistake where you let your elbows drop down and then you're not going to pull effectively, or you're not going to use the exact same muscles when you do in the pool, right? So essentially, we just want to be doing the exercise as closely matched to your actual freestyle pool as much as you can, all right? So so remember your start position. Yep, your start position. Make sure straight line from the anchor point all the way down to your hips. Okay. And then when you start the pull, you've got the high elbow position. And then you pull through all the way to the end.
Because
I
you're trying
think
to
there's
mimic as
yeah,
close to what it's like in the water as possible.
correct. Right? Because this is for swimmers. So you want to do the same kind of motion you do in the water. Right? I think there's another picture where I show the the last part of the pool where you don't actually finish the pool all the way till the end. If I'm not mistaken, there should be one more picture. Yes, this one. Okay, so you see, some people when they do this exercise, they only finish their pull up to there, and they don't extend the arm fully all the way till the end, where
I
you
have
should
been guilty
actually
of that one
see.
sometimes.
Yes,
Usually after like you've been
correct. Finish
really
your
done a
pull.
few, you're like, I wait, I
So yeah, I know. But yeah, that's why you should always try to finish the pull as much as you can. And yeah, exactly. Otherwise, you're only doing half a pull, right? And then that is the very important part at the end also, where you push through and you still get power from that position to the end, right? Yeah. So start position, get it right. No slack in the resistance band. Get your high elbows up, and then finish the pull all the way till the end until you extend at the elbow, right? So
mean,
yeah,
it applies to both when you do the double arm one as well as the
yes,
single arm.
single also.
It's the same, yeah, same principle.
Correct. Because for us we do the double arm one because of our resistance band. Yeah, because if we have like a band that is fixed at the anchor point, then you can do the single
Yeah,
one.
I have
But ours
the
is a
stretch
sliding
code
one.
and
Yeah, stretch code.
slap trainer.
Yes, correct.
Part of fun.
Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Yep.
that's good. I mean, whatever the takeaway from that is, always finish your pull.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that your resistance band is,
Cut the slack. Yeah.
yep, there's
Mm-hmm.
some give there. And
Yep.
what's the third one? Watch the elbow, your hand and elbow
Finish the
position.
pull. Yep. The high elbow position. Yes, that one. That's the high elbow. So the position you're supposed to do, not this one. This is the mistake. Yeah. And then no slack. Yep. And then the start position is a straight line from ankle point all the way down to your hip. Okay? Yes. Good.
Good. Okay, that's good.
Yep.
Let's see the next one.
There. So the next one we are going to look at freestyle kicking on the ball, gym ball.
Kicking.
Yeah, I should be the one crying.
Sue always avoids kick sets, no
Yes,
matter
but
what.
I have a reason.
You can't get up in the morning and you're late.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the kick on the gym ball, right? Yes, that is my gym ball. So here what we need to do is get into a good plank position, and then we try to kick, like how we kick in the water, and
It's
the
not
legs
as
will be
easy as
bouncing
it
off the
looks.
ball. Yes. So when you try it out, these are some of the things that you should be looking out for. The common mistakes. So let's have a look at the pictures. I think there should be 3 pictures for that one. 3 common mistakes.
I mean, that's kicking is an essential skill for
Mm-hmm.
swimmers.
Right. Okay, so this one. Now, look at that arrow. The arrow is a curve, right? That's indicating that your back is arched and you're letting your tummy sag down. So this start position is not very good. What you should be doing is keep your back straight. Yes, correct. Right? So your plank position, you must have a straight line from your head, say maybe your ears, to your shoulders, to your hips, all the way down to your ankle. Right? So the plank position, the start point is important. If you do the kick in this position, you will definitely fall off your ball. Okay. Now you do to get into that correct plank position, you really need to engage your core, your tummy area.
I mean,
So
would
that
you suggest that
mm,
as a beginner, let's say you're starting to do this, make
mm,
sure that there's something behind the ball, so
yeah, you could have against the wall first. Yeah,
just to get used to like
correct.
making sure your
So
position is correct
yeah,
and so on.
correct. You could do that first,
And
or
one leg
even
at a
if
time.
yeah, or
Which is
you
what I
could
do
not
right now.
use the
Is like one
ball.
leg at a time because when you try and do the, I'm
Yeah,
like, okay, ball, stay where you
yeah,
are.
you. So yeah, in order to get the ball to stay where it is, you do need to like coordinate the kick very well. So it has to be equal timing on both sides of the leg. Otherwise, if one is slower than the other, the ball will probably run away.
Yes,
Yeah.
we have. They have been very entertaining in that moment.
Right? So
Okay.
start position, get into a good plank position. Nice straight line from your ears, shoulder, hip, and your ankle. Right? And engage your core. Correct. So after that, right, so this is another not very good start position where you are bending at your hip and your knees even, right? So again, this one, try to squeeze your bum a little bit and then pull your belly button into your spine, and then you'll get a better plank position for your start. Yes, no bending. No bum in the air. Yeah. So
I
start
mean,
position
that's the
again.
most common, I think, mistake for a lot of
Mm,
the positions is your butt is a little too high
yeah, some
when you're doing
people,
planks or those.
correct. So it's either
It has to
bum
be
up or
constant
tummy.
reminders like lower your butt.
Yeah. And then yeah, you gotta you can even think about just squeezing your bum a little bit and then it will level out better. Yeah.
Squeeze
Okay.
those butt. That butt.
Yeah, man. Activate those glutes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Good one.
that sounds a lot more painful.
Butt
But yeah,
clench.
clench
But
those.
yeah.
Well,
Correct.
hopefully it doesn't clench into pain. But
Don't
yeah,
cram. Don't cram in your
don't
bum.
cramp. Yeah,
Just a bit. That's it.
just enough.
Yeah. So okay. So this one, when you're kicking, don't bend your knees like that, because again, you'll probably fall off. No bending of your knees. So actually, when you swim your freestyle and you're kicking in the water, you tend not to bend your knees very much.
Oh, you
But if
shouldn't.
you have a
Yeah.
habit, yeah, you shouldn't. If you have a habit of doing that in the water, you will also probably have the same habit coming up when you try to do this one on land. So actually, this is a really good exercise you could try out at home to try to remember not to bend your knees. Okay? You want to kick down, but with a straighter leg. Alright? So try not to bend the knee and don't bring the heels up. Okay? So yeah, this would be another common mistake that people potentially will make if they don't kick very well in the water. Okay? Yeah.
I think
Straighten your legs.
naturally, like we've seen this in the pool as well. It's naturally automatically people tend to bend their knees. It's like
Yes.
you think you're trying to run a little bit, not that I
Yeah.
run, but you think you're trying to run, but it's that instinctive thing. So it has to be a conscious decision to
Yeah.
straighten,
Yeah.
or we can
Correct.
put bands on them.
Yeah,
Oh,
is
we
also
love
a
those.
master of pain. Right. There you see, if you're kicking, you should be having quite straight legs. Yeah. Clench your butt.
Clench
Get a
that
full
butt.
body
Okay.
straight. Yes. Clench the butt. Yeah. So very good cues to remember. Butt clench. Straight legs. Yep. Straight body. Okay. Yes.
Straight.
Cool. Everything straight. So you could also think about pointing your toes a little bit when you do this. That also helps you to keep your legs straighter. Again, you don't have to point it very much, just a little.
Just enough, because when
Yeah,
you
just
kick as
enough.
well, you have a slight,
Yeah, you
I
do
don't know what
have.
the right, not groove, which kind of helps push up the water. I'm not, groove is probably not the right word, but
Yeah,
point your
pointy toes.
Be the
Correct.
ballerina.
Yeah, just a little. So yeah, for kicking in the water, you flexible ankles also help to get your feet in a more streamlined position. So yes. Oh, kicking. Is there anything?
Kicking is pain,
Football.
but it is good.
You can do it without the ball. You can either do it on your tummy on the floor, and then you're gonna have to lift your legs off the floor a little bit and try to do kicking. When you do that, you've got to use the posterior chain muscles, your back, your lower back, your glutes, and hamstrings to do it a bit more. Yeah, no ball kick.
So
Yes.
it's like the we call it Superman, right?
Like it's like a Superman position. You're on your tummy on the floor, and you can extend your hands out in front of you, and then do the kick. So you gotta lift your hands a little and lift your legs up and do the kick.
And
So
with
you can
that
do it
one
that
also,
way.
you still need that straight line.
Yes, you do.
You know, your head can look down to the ground, and try not to do the
Yeah.
rolling of the shoulders forward, which is a
Yeah.
common habit as well. Yeah.
So think Superman.
Think of Superman. We can think of Henry Cavill anytime. Yeah.
Ooh.
If only Henry Cavill will come and
Ooh, yeah.
that'd be fun. Yes, think of Henry
come and
Cavill while you're doing the Superman kick.
You have this picture in your mind.
Henry Cavill and cake.
Yes.
Yes, we got to think of those two.
Ooh,
That's
yes.
a good combination right
The
there.
best.
Okay, I mean,
Uh,
kicking,
kicking is
as with all of
tricky.
these, is Henry is cake. Delicious cake.
Okay,
So
come back.
kicking is important for, I mean, all aspects of swimming, but primarily it helps with the balance. I mean, open water swimmers, may not kick as often as you would in the pool, but you still need to kick enough to make sure that your body position is correct. So
Correct.
in terms of practicing with this, whether it's with the gym ball or with the Superman, is to make sure that you build that muscle memory to hold that position
Get the
correctly.
correct kick.
Yeah, your head's in the right place, and
Yep.
clenching the butt thing, the whole lot.
Now I'm gonna use that in class. Clench your butt.
Yeah, clench your butt, people.
The butt clench.
It seems to be that kind of afternoon today. That's fine. Yeah, so it's an essential skill. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, there's two ways you can do. Obviously, is this prone? No, supine that way.
Supine's
If
on
you're
your back.
On the
Pony's
back.
on your
I mean,
tummy.
another way is the other.
Yep. On your back also can.
You would use, but you wouldn't do that with the gym ball anyway, a supine.
Yeah. No, you don't do it with the gym ball.
Unless you super power. Because I've seen some of them do that with like a band across. Like I think I sent it to you, a band across the in the gym, and then they would do the backstroke kick thing. I'm like, okay,
right.
No,
kick the
that's
band.
a bit beyond us. Yeah. But you can do that with, if you're lying down on your back on the floor. You can do a supine version of that.
Correct. Yeah.
I don't know, is that the right term? But it'll
correct,
do.
on your back. Yes. Correct. You can also do
the
that.
same thing. Point your toes, the core. Make sure you're, the what do you call it? Posterior chain.
If you're on your back, then you'd be using more of your anterior chain go, because you've got to lift your legs off the ground on the back. Yeah. So what you could actually do is do both. So on your front and then on your back also. So you work all the muscles, front and back.
Could see it'll be a more well-rounded.
Yes, correct.
Option. Because you always try and work opposite groups of muscles, right, to give you the most balance.
Rounded cake.
Yes.
Yes. Good round cake.
Rounded cake.
The whole cake.
The whole cake.
Not just half. All.
Yay. More of those.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, like what Leah was saying, I do agree. Even though like the longer distance swimmers, they tend not to wanna kick very much, but you do need to kick correctly. Yeah. So the technique, still you need to know how to do it right, because even though you don't kick much, but you kick really badly, it's just gonna slow you down even more. Yeah.
Because you want to be as efficient as possible through the water.
You need to be nice and streamlined. Yeah, and then if you start bending at your knees so much, you're just gonna have so much resistance from the legs, even though you're just
exhaust
kicking
yourself before you even finish. Yeah.
Correct.
So more kick sets, people. I'm telling you.
Yes, if your kicks are not quite right, you need to practice it correctly.
Oh my God. It's funny, like Sue suggests that we have more kick sets when she does.
For the beginners, not me.
More kick sets with bands.
I've done my fair share of kicking. You guys, the other people have not done that. Okay, you do.
I'm sure we'll remind you of that next time. She's like the instinctive woman who knows when kick sets happen.
I have the sixth sense for that.
She either comes after our kick sets or.
Yeah. But yeah.
Okay.
If you're a beginner.
I mean, for that learning how to kick effectively is very, very important. And then later, I
Yes.
mean, after you've got that together, it's just maintaining it and practicing
Correct.
with that.
And you can, yeah, just reduce how much you kick. Okay.
Okay, so
I guess
let's look at
the next one.
the next one.
We can do the alternating front and lateral and the front raise. Yeah. So we're gonna use the resistance bands again for this one. Yep, that's the one. So yeah, this is the side raise or the lateral raise all the way all to the top, and then we're alternating arms, and then we also can do the, I think, front raise. Yeah, so the front raise. So you're lifting your hands in front of you all the way to the top. Yep. Okay, so this is what you should be doing. After this, we'll show you some pictures of what not to do or the common mistakes that I often see when I coach other people. There would be a few. I think there would be about 4. Okay, so start position again. So when you're standing straight, your arms are at the bottom. That resistance band here is very, very slack. It's just lying on the floor. So you should have a little bit of resistance from the band. So hold, correct, cut the slack again. Always remember your start position. There should be some little bit of resistance in the band already. Okay? Otherwise, you're probably only going to do half the exercise. Because the first part of the lift here, there will not be any resistance. So, and then until the band becomes starts to pull, then that's where your exercise starts. So in effect, you're only doing maybe 70 to 60% of the whole exercise if your bands are that slack in the beginning, right? So you want full range of motion from the bottom to the top. There should be resistance in your band. Yeah. Okay, so this one now. When I'm doing this exercise, I rather keep my arms pretty much quite straight with just a slight bend in the elbow. But this one here, this elbow is bent, right? And the other thing that happens is I'm pulling the band to the back of me before I go up. So what I want is my band to actually just move straight up at the side, right? And not go to the back and then go up. See? So if you see that curved arrow, that's me trying to indicate to you that don't turn the hand towards the back as you pull your arm upwards. Right?
You're
And
trying
also,
to keep that clean line, right?
yeah, you just want a straight line from the bottom to the top. Yep, keep your movement straight. Correct. Nice and simple. Don't complicate it with going to the back of you and then going to the top. Yeah, keep it simple. Straight up and down with just a little slight bend in the elbow, that's all. You don't have to lock your elbow straight. Just a slight bend will do. And this one here is just too much. Right? Because you want now. Okay,
that's
so
a very common
this
one.
Yeah. Now, when you lift your hand up to the side or even the front, you don't want to lift with that shoulder. Okay, the arrow is showing you the shoulder that's actually lifted up instead. I want that shoulder to stay away from your ear. So the distance from your ear to your shoulder should always stay the same. Correct. Don't lift your shoulders. You initiate this move by lifting the whole arm, not the shoulder first. Okay? Keep the shoulder down, then lift the arm. Right? So otherwise you'll be using the wrong muscles here. So here you're gonna go shrug your shoulder, you're gonna use your traps instead, which is the smaller muscle, and you're gonna make your traps really tight doing this instead. And then you're not gonna use your deltoids as much. Okay? So your deltoids is the side of your shoulder here. And you want to use that muscle to lift your arm up. okay, and not that shoulder, right? Okay, so yeah, no power shrugs, please. We don't want to do that one here. Yeah, there are different exercises for like that, but not here, not this one, okay? Now, this one. Here you see my body is not in a straight line position. That yellow arrow shows you that your body, this person here, which is me, is turning, bending to the side as I lift my hand up, right? So this one again, you are trying to use your body to lift your hand and the resistance band instead of using just that deltoid, right? So keep your body in a straight line position, which is the green line here. So get the middle of your whole face all the way down. Yes, not the whole body. Use your arm.
We're
Correct.
not doing
Right?
that.
Yeah, we're not going side to side like that. We have to keep that body very, very straight. Nothing else moves but your hand, your arm, right? Okay. The more if you feel yourself like moving from side to side or front to back, then you know there's something wrong. Okay. Again, you should engage your core also so that if there is a resistance from the other side, you will need to counter that resistance with your core, keeping your core engaged so that the body doesn't move. Right? Yes, engage your core. Everything you should try to do that. Okay, so I think there another picture. Yeah. Yes, so this one is also another body alignment issue. Again, so this time I'm lifting my hand up in front of me, the front raise, and instead of using my arm again, I'm using my body to pull my arm up. So that's why I'm arching backwards in this position. Yeah, correct. It's painful. I'm gonna probably
Pain.
strain my back, right?
It
So
looks
again,
very
this
awkward,
one,
right?
yeah. This one you try to pull your tummy into your belly. Okay, pull your belly button into your spine so you engage the front a little bit more, right? And this one is like the back is too strong versus the front. So that's why you probably do that instead. Okay. If you cannot do all of this in correct form, one thing you should also try is to get maybe a lighter resistance band or a lighter weight. So maybe your deltoids are not strong enough to lift that weight up. So pare it down a little bit, get a lighter weight or get a lighter resistance band. Yes, so that you can hold your form, hold your body in position better. And once you can do that, and then you get stronger over time, then you can change your resistance band or your weight to slightly harder or heavier. And still, if you can still maintain that position, then good. All right. But if you find yourself you cannot maintain that position, you should try maybe doing a lighter weight or lighter band. Okay, that's one way to do it. Form is important. Yeah.
Now, if you're interested in getting the resistance band or the sanct band, you can get it at PTT Outdoor. You can use Sue's discount code of
Yeah.
SUSU, which you can get 10% off.
Yeah.
Which is very awesome.
It works out really good, and
yes,
they deliver.
I really like them, and they deliver very quickly. I have to say, very promptly.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Very.
Because I ordered for other people also, and they came like I think 2 days.
Within 2 days, yeah, depending on when you order it.
Yeah.
Shout out to PTT Outdoor.
Yeah, good job, guys. Even during the MCO, wow, they delivered so fast.
They delivered because we got stuff.
The next day, yeah.
In preparation for our pain sessions.
Yeah. Yeah, they did a good job. Yes.
Very good job.
Ban on delivery.
Okay. So,
Right.
What else was I going to say? Yes. So
Yeah.
let's. I think
Perfect.
Brennan had a question.
Okay.
In the
Hello, Brennan.
Brennan.
Forearms? Forearms, you're gonna have to do something in like this kind of position if you want to do the forearm. Either way, like I don't know. Can you see my arm? So he's gonna pull something upwards this way, or you're gonna pull downwards this way. It's gonna use your forearm. Um, Actually, if you just use pull paddles in the water, you already gonna have to use some forearm because you gotta hold your position. And whereas there's resistance from the water, but you have to resist that and hold that position. So you're actually using a bit of your forearm.
And I
So
would
paddles
suggest
in the water.
getting paddles that actually fit you
Ah,
properly. If
correct.
they're too big for you or too huge and you don't have the strength to be
Yes.
able to use them, that might also cause injury for you in the long
Mm,
run. So that's something to remember as well.
correct. Yeah,
It should fit properly.
correct.
Don't use it only to eat off. Or
Yeah.
put the rounded cake on your dinner plate,
Yes.
and then we can have that too.
Okay, yeah, you're right. No dinner plate.
Only for food workouts, that's right. Just to say, if you're also interested in getting pedals and other things from
Yeah.
Swimshop to you,
Ah,
you also get 10% too
yay.
using the discount code Dugongs. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
my spirit animal. So you can get 10% off Swimshop to you. Give them a shout out. They're
Right.
always supporting us.
Nice. Yeah.
And you
Yeah,
can get
swim
your
shop's really good.
pedals. Yes,
Uh-huh.
they also deliver quite properly too. We like
Yeah,
people
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Very, very efficient. Yes. I think they're delivering from Penang, right?
Yes. Shut up,
Yeah.
Penang Lang.
Yes.
We also we have food.
Yes.
Lots of food.
Unfortunately, they can't deliver that one.
Yes. If
Should have to
only.
go there.
Which we
Yeah,
should
yeah.
do one day. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's
Then,
move on to the next one, I think.
mhm.
Have we got two more? Three more? I've lost track
I
now.
think we've got two more. Got the
Okay.
Peloff press, probably. Yeah. You can have a video of the Peloff press. Here's what it looks like. Again, you're gonna pull the band towards the middle, bring it into your chest, and then extend out again. Here, you're supposed to resist the pull from the band, and you're gonna use a lot of your obliques and your core to maintain your position and to maintain to resist the band. Okay, so Palof. Actually, it's Palof. I think. Yeah, I have no idea who that is.
One of the kids called it the Pavlova today.
Pavlova. If only I get a Pavlova
I
every
know.
time
We should name
I do
it
that.
after food. Just
Yeah.
put the Pavlova waiting there for us, and we're
Yeah.
like, okay, we're
Okay.
nearer to the
If you
Pavlova.
do
We're nearer to
100
the
times,
Pavlova.
I'll get that cake.
I think one yes. After 100 times, you'll be like, I don't think I could lift the spoon. Right.
Never mind. Okay, somebody just shove it in my mouth.
Okay.
Yes, so here's one common mistake that happens. Because the band is pulling you to one side and you don't resist it, this is what happens. You're gonna fall off to your side and you're gonna bend over to your side, right? And when you pull it, you try to pull it to the middle, you go to the side because you are not engaging your core, you're not using your obliques to resist that tension from the band. Yes, keep it straight. So the green line is where you want to be, the whole body. So you see my head is not on the green line. I've gone off course. And then it's like your body is in like a C-shaped position. That's not what you want. You want to engage your core again. And then keep your straight body position when you pull to the middle. Okay? Yeah, engage your core. That is the whole theme around everything you do. keep it straight. Correct. Right? So now again, when you start position, no slack. Please cut the slack. Okay? So there should still be resistance in your start position. Again, people tend to have too much slack there. Yeah, cut the slack. Keep that. I want to see a straight line from your anchor point to your handle with that resistance band, right? I don't want it to be slack like this. Okay, so even in your start position, you should have some resistance already. Okay, all right, so that's a simple one. Now, again in start position, now if you see this anchor point, it's from the bottom, and if you stand up, the resistance comes from bottom up. Okay, we don't want so much of that one. I want to get my resistance from the side, which is that green line there. So if I'm standing, I would change my anchor point to a higher position. So that probably somewhere where the green line is. So then I pull straight to the side. Alright? So if my anchor point is like right here in this picture, the anchor point is at the bottom, I would go down on my knee like in the previous picture. So on bended knee on one side. Yes. So I would be closer to my anchor point at the bottom. Right? But if you are standing, then you should change your anchor point. Or either way, right? Depending where your anchor point is, you need to position yourself correctly where the band is in a more horizontal line. Yeah, because you want the resistance to come from a side position. Okay, so that is the point of the paddle press. You want to resist lateral movement. Yeah, so sideways resistance. Okay, so just have a look here what it looks like. Yes, so from here to the middle, in this position, I'm trying to resist the band from pulling me to the side. Right?
And you can watch it slowly as we fall over.
Yeah, don't fall over when you go back to your start point.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay?
usually if you, because sometimes when you're in the middle of doing a set, it does happen. So you learn to adjust yourself and make sure that you have that, because we don't really want you falling over.
Yes. So like how it translates to your swimming is like when you are rotating in the water, you don't want to be tipping side to side. You want to be actually rotating in one axis. Okay. So I always tell some of my swimmers like you want to rotate like a satay. Imagine you had a satay stick on the top of your head, poke down all the way down to your body. You're on a satay stick. You can only turn in one plane. You
That
cannot
sounds
go.
very painful.
Right.
Shove the satay
Yeah,
stick down.
stop the satay stick right through your head all the way down to your body. So you cannot move to your side. You can only rotate in one axis, and you're like this, right? So you don't go side to side. So you're only rotating in one axis. So this is
That's a
gonna
good
help
analogy.
you there.
You see, we always use food as our analogy.
I know. That's what's always on my mind. I know. Right.
That's how we get Sue to kick more, because we'll just wave the food. In fact, come on, Sue.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
like
kebab,
a kebab.
correct.
Yeah, go in there.
That is another one. Yum yum.
Yum.
Yeah.
Well, a bit hungry lah, like that.
I know.
Later we'll have to,
It's
like,
tea
go in.
time. It's tea time. Look for cake after this. Okay. Yeah. So I saw that. Henry is cake. Okay, yeah. So again, yeah, that was the paddle press and like some common mistakes that I actually seen people do during their exercise. Okay, ready.
The moral of the story:
Yes.
food motivates swimmers. Yeah. Hello.
Why do people exercise? Because they want to eat.
Yes. You know, we have our hashtag swim to eat and eat to swim.
Correct.
It's like we haven't finished it. Hey, where to go for breakfast, huh?
Yeah, like while I'm swimming, I'm actually thinking, what am I gonna eat for
What should
breakfast?
I have? What's next? We haven't tried this place. Oh,
Yeah.
even though
Okay.
we might have had breakfast, we'll think of something else. As we, forever eating.
Second breakfast.
Second breakfast, we're like hobbits.
Yeah.
11th second breakfast.
Correct. So yeah. Okay, just remember always get your positions right so that you're effectively using the correct muscles that you want to use. Okay? Right. I think we have one more, right? Yeah.
I think so.
We have the arabesque. Alright, so this one.
My not favorite.
Okay, let's see.
You should get Sue to do curtsy.
Yeah.
That's Brennan's
We
favorite.
haven't done that for a while, yeah. So this is the arabesque. The main objective of the arabesque again was to actually balance yourself. Okay, because balance is important on land and in the water. Your body balance, right? So you're balancing on one leg, you're gonna tip over, and then this end position where you see the body is like a flat horizontal line. That is also very important because when you're swimming in horizontal position. So here again, you're trying to practice that position on land. Yes, like a teapot.
Along with the cake.
Well, next time we should try doing the teapot one with the hand in the. Yeah, I'm a little teapot.
Short.
Tea time.
Tea, see, forever with the food and the. Think that cake. Ooh, reach to the cake.
Yes. High tea time. Okay, so now that arabesque one. Okay, let's have a look at the pictures, and you can see some common mistakes that I usually see. Okay, so when you're about to tip down, you are going to look. You should be looking down to the ground. Okay, instead in this picture here, I'm looking in ahead of me. Right, the yellow arrow is showing where I'm looking ahead. Yeah, don't look at other people. Just look at the floor. Okay, mind your own business. And then look at the floor. So then if you don't, right, your body will go where you are looking. So in this position here, I will not tip over all the way horizontal because I'm trying to look upwards instead. So therefore my body here is not in a horizontal line, right? So if you try to look down to the ground as you tip over, you're more likely to be able to tip all the way to a horizontal position. Yeah? Okay.
Balance is always key.
Correct.
There must be balance in the fall.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, so this next picture here. I put the lines at the hip, right? So your two hip bones, when you're tipping over, it should still stay level. The green line, okay? The two bones of your hip, the hip bone on the front, always try to get it level. So this one here, I've turned to my side, right? And again, we don't want to have this one. We want to just tip over straight. Because this one, then you're tipping towards the side even. You're rotating. You're opening up to the side. And then, yes, keep your hips leveled. Correct. Right? Follow the green line. And then this one in this picture here is actually the yellow line. So one hip was actually higher than the other hip. So that's why you got a slightly diagonal line instead. And if you do that, you're probably going to use different muscles when you lift yourself up. But when I do this exercise, I like to use more of my hamstring and glute muscle to tip down and tip back up. Okay? So, but if you turn onto your side like that, you will not be able to use your glutes and your hamstrings correctly. Okay? Yeah. So it's
That butt
not the
clench.
nice horizontal. Yeah, a little bit of a butt clench. Single butt clench. Because I'm using one leg, so it's a single butt clench.
Just the one side.
Right, correct. Okay, so this picture here, um, I didn't lift my leg up. What I did was I just bent my upper body down, and that leg I didn't quite lift it all the way up. So, and try to lift that leg up so you get a nice straight horizontal line. The same position you would be in when you are swimming. Okay? But obviously you can't have two legs up lah, because like you can't levitate, right? Yes! Flying cake man. Correct. Yeah, so
I'm,
you
g-
gotta
I'm
get your
gonna
legs up.
imagine Henry Cavill with like
Time.
flying. That would be funny.
Yeah. So again, position and then alignment of your body, your whole leg, your whole upper body, and your head position, right? So your main objective when you do your aerobas is to get into a horizontal line at the end of your the move, right? Okay. So there we are. I think yeah, that was it. Now, oh yeah, I
Wow.
forgot. Like to get into that position, you do need to clench your butt. Butt clench again, because that's gonna help you lift your leg up. Okay?
Remember the
Yeah.
buns of steel we used to talk
Mm-hmm.
about. The what was
Butt
the one we
clench.
used butt clench? The toing.
Yeah. Learn to use your bum. Yeah, there we are. Lift it. So to get into that position, you gotta clench your bum a bit. And have a little bit of confidence of tipping over. Yeah. And then come
Because I
back up.
mean, sometimes you have one side that's
Mm,
obviously more
a
dominant,
little bit.
and
Yeah.
yeah, and
Yes.
it because sometimes you can do that fine on one side, and the other side's like, okay, I'll
Yes.
just be a bit slower
Correct.
while I, try
Yeah.
and do that.
It's true. That's true. That's why we try to do things single sided instead of two at a time. So that helps you to work
Well, I'm not sure how you're gonna do that
each
two at a
side
time.
individually. Yeah, and not this one, but like
You really will be flying like
yeah.
Superman. Woohoo!
But like wow, this is real Superman work.
The Sue
But
can
yeah,
levitate now.
wow, if I could do that.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, but yeah, so in order to balance yourself out, you try to do single-sided things like for example for arms, if uh I do a bicep curl, you can actually use a barbell. Barbell you use two hands at the same time, whereas the difference with using a two dumbbells, yeah, then the two hands work individually, and then one hand cannot help the other hand when you do that. So that's how we try to balance it out. So the weaker arm will just have to carry the same
Work that
load
much
and
harder.
work it, yeah, correct, until it gets strong enough and it is equal to the other hand. So that is one reason why
That's why
we
I like
also
to
use
use
two different.
a fin on one side sometimes, or a paddle
Ah,
on one side, and then swap them around.
right.
Then you really realize which is your dominant side and
Yeah,
which is not.
yes, yes.
Because you tend to.
Ooh, cake.
Oh, we approve of this one.
Hello.
He should be carrying a cake. What is with the lack of cake?
Yes, where's the cake? But
The rounded
yeah.
cake. So, yeah, we like to, because a lot of times you don't realize, how much more you use your dominant side as
Yes,
opposed to that side. So you would want
correct.
to make sure that you isolate and
Yeah.
work that way.
Mm,
I think,
individually, correct.
yes. Even though it's kind of
Hey.
weird, it feels very weird, kind of like, what?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But it's an important thing to do
It's
for
how
balance.
like
We talk about
mm,
balance.
correct. And in swimming you wanna swim as symmetrically as possible. So then yeah, you're more efficient in that way. Yep.
Let's go slide through the water.
Wow, yes,
Now,
that is
Zul,
correct
you are
now.
the professional man.
I think every week he's getting better and better at this.
I know he's like, woohoo!
Yes, correct.
I think we have one question from the audience too.
Okay. Hello.
Hi, Karen.
Dance from the blog. Oh.
Karen is a Finnish Singapore ambassador.
Right.
She's also a masters and open water
Oh,
swimmer and a
okay.
coach down in Singapore. So she's from the Philippines. What up?
Ah, okay. Hello. Now, that's a good question though. Like when we do our group Dryland exercises, the other thing that I would like them to do if they're doing they're pool competitive swimmers, then they should also practice the jump squat jump. Yeah. Okay, so
are you able
it's
to
like a
show? Are you plugged in?
not a very good. No. Just do a jump squat. So get into a jump. Yeah, jump squat. Correct. So
No, I'm
get
not demoing
into
it for you
a
today.
squat position, and then you're gonna jump up, and extend fully through the arm into a streamline position at the top of your jump, and then land. So it's a plyometric kind of exercise where you have to jump. I think that is the one of the best exercises on land to try to practice for your starts.
I think
And also
when
even
you
for
squat, you
turns.
have to touch the floor with the,
Yeah,
when you're
you
still
can.
doing the squat.
Whoa! He's gonna.
We're just gonna find Henry Cavill things.
Okay. Yeah. Ooh, heart
Well
rate just
done,
went up.
Zul is really coming together now.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so a jump, a jump squat, a squat jump, right? So yeah, I think that is very important for the starts and your turns. So even in our exercises, like our group classes, I did make you guys do those kind of things. So touch the ground and then all the way up into streamline position.
And if you can tiptoe.
Yes.
If you can tiptoe.
If you don't jump, then just get onto your tiptoes. Correct. Yep. If you're not ready to jump yet, you can just from the squat position, stand up onto your tiptoes and stretch out all the way to the top.
Sometimes we like to alternate because you do different sets, right? So one set we would do the jump, and one set you try and do the tiptoe.
Yes, correct.
The tiptoe is actually kind of harder because you're trying to balance,
you have to balance
yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at
and
the
you're
end.
like, okay.
Whoa. Yeah,
okay,
but that also teaches you how to go straight up. Because if you don't, then you'll be off your balance. Yeah.
Balance.
So yeah,
that's
my recommendation.
Awesome question, Karen. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for asking.
So, I mean...
Ooh, yes, he's doing a
press.
press.
All right.
Yes. Wow. Correct. That is the one.
Or Pavlova, as someone said today.
For us, it's Pavlova.
Pavlova. Oh, that is awesome.
Nice. Yes. This one is using a cable machine instead of a resistance band. So if you're in the gym, you can use the cable machine to do the same thing. Yeah.
I mean, if you have a stretch cord or a slide trainer, you can also do the same. So long as you have that resistance and that movement.
Yeah.
I'll
get
try not to hit my camera.
Position right.
Yeah, and then you get that. Whatever you can work with, within that would be
what you have. Yeah. At the moment.
Yes. So just to remind you guys, if you want to get a Sanct band, like the ones that Sue has demonstrated today, you can get it from PTC Outdoor, And 10% off if you use Sue's discount code Sue.
Then you can get more than one band. Which actually I do
Yeah.
recommend getting more than one band because
Because you would use
different exercises, you need different resistances.
Yes,
Yeah.
you will.
it's
Yeah,
a
you will
good
feel
idea.
it when you do. You're like,
Yeah. So when you're using like smaller muscle groups, weaker muscles, you're gonna have to dial it down a
yeah,
little bit. Yeah.
and
Otherwise
it's
you cannot
okay.
hold the
You know,
form.
you're allowed to have a
Yeah.
range. I think they
Yes.
have
Collect them all, correct.
collect them all like Lego.
Light,
Collect
medium,
them all.
hard. Yes.
I
Because they're
think
all
they have
cut.
sets, right? They have a set
Yeah, they
that
do.
you can
They
have the
do.
different aspects along with the what do you call that thing? The handles.
Right, yeah.
And as well if you
The
want.
resistance tubing with handles. Yes, that one.
Um,
I like that one
so
too
yeah,
because of for the freestyle pool. Because you've got the handle, so you don't have to
just
actually grip
better
it like
feel
that.
of
Yeah, you can
that,
just
right?
use it. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, I use the
Yeah,
stretch cord.
I like the one with the
Um,
handles.
Because the using the resistance band is kind of a weird feeling because you know the way you hold it
Yeah, you get to
when you're doing the
grab
lat
it.
pulls and
Yeah,
all those, right?
correct.
So
I
yeah,
like
so
to use the
Susu
handle.
discount code 10% at PTT Outdoor.
Yeah.
You can also get 10% off Swim Shop to you with my code, which is Dugongs. That's DUGONGS.
DONGS.
I had to think about that. I was like, how do you spell?
I'm just reading it off the screen right now.
That's what you have to do. Lucky Zul just has it all queued up for us and be like, how to spell?
Think so hard.
So yeah, so you guys can get that. Either it's stretch codes or you got the bands and you got 10% from either of our codes. Please support local and order from these guys. Very efficient shipping type people. And it'll be totally awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa, okay. He's doing a what's he doing? I can't see the
I can't see.
picture. But okay, I can
You should like balancing the cake.
a round cake. Is it a round cake?
No, that'd be your new exercise.
Yeah,
round the cake.
Round the cake.
I'm not sure what it does, but it's okay.
We'll figure it out later.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We like to invent new things. It's fine.
It's all about food.
Yes, it's always about food. Whatever motivates you.
Yeah.
Swim to eat, eat to swim. And I'm still not running. I just. No.
Yeah, well, you swim a lot. So it's okay.
Though I haven't been swimming today for a week. So.
One more week, please.
One more week. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get to stand and pull deck and go, what are you doing?
You can see everybody now.
Yeah, I can see everybody. So then they're like, can you get back in the water? When are you going to be like, get back in the water and swim?
Yeah, they're all so scared.
Throw it about. Oh, well, not really. I haven't done that in a while. So, I think we're done.
Finished. Oh, yeah. Yeah, full time.
Oh, I remember that one. The Witcher.
Well,
This is like Henry
teasing
Cavill
us all
show
the
for
time.
today.
Yeah. We're a special
I don't think
guest.
anyone's complaining though.
Yeah. No,
Oh well.
I'm
I think
entertained.
yeah, we're gonna wind it down. Before we get too distracted with cake and other things. Thank you again to Sue for joining us.
Thank you, Leah.
And it was fun. It's always fun to have you on. Thank you to Zul for being our totally awesome studio man.
Yeah,
as
thank
always,
you.
with all the funny.
You've got it all on point
captions.
today.
On point.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, we let people recover. You know, you gotta let them recover
My heart
for a
rate,
bit.
like,
Yeah, you've got the heart rate up already. So let's get them recovering.
Okay, let's calm down now.
Okay.
Breathe.
Breathing is breathe. Yes, let's just breathe. It's now to warm down. Warm down time. Or as Serge says, cool down.
Yeah. Cool
Serge likes
down.
to say that. And also thank you to my sponsors, Fitness Malaysia, Swim Shop TU, and Real Outplay for all the
Yay, thank you
support as
guys.
always. And
Yeah.
to you, my audience, thank you for
Thank you
joining
so
in
much,
and enjoying
everybody.
all the Henry cake and the questions
Yes.
and food references. Um,
And giggles.
and giggles, because we always have giggles. And you'd be surprised how we train, because we still laugh in between. Yes. Pain.
Yes, pain.
Pain. I think
Yeah.
both of us are like pain givers. That sounds very wrong. I'm
In
sorry.
our own ways.
In our own
Cake
ways.
is life.
Cake
Yeah.
is life.
Yeah. After we work
Okay.
hard, we get cake. That's
That's
all,
right.
folks. Okay.
Y'all take care, and we'll see you next week. Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
guys.